You know it's going to be a good one. Game number 1 between the Hotzens Monsters and RBG Claw starting now.
Yeah, Jahan immediately getting 50-50, but Evil Marthy is there to clap it downfield, and he's up for this one, looking for the double tap. Couldn't quite find it, but Jahan is there for the quick shot. Ooh! And Greg does put it to the side. A beautiful play. Here's the man himself, Zapatos, that I was talking about. Lots of ball control on that car. And that is a strange car choice, but watching him play in it is definitely something you know that he is. All right, well, let me just stop talking real quick because there's a goal on the field. Deluxe Drew with the shot.
Yeah, how about this? Gets it right past Evil Marthy. Yeah, the titanium white Sentio, not a car that you see too often anymore. Zapatos rocking it beautifully, though, with the SSL decal. Gotta love it. Of course, he's the player that we were talking about on the Hotzens Monsters, but Evil Marthy, Jahan joining him as well. And RBG Claw with Deluxe Drew, who we've already seen score, and Geg and Jared Ace. So those are all the players we're looking forward to seeing tonight, as we already have the goal for RBG Claw.
Yeah, and we already talked about most of them. Evil Marthy, Zapatos, and Jahan on the side of Hotzens Monsters. Zapatos definitely that player to keep an eye on for this roster, but Evil Marthy and Jahan definitely there to help out that third man. Their passing skills are off the charts. Jared Ace gets this one down, and Zapatos trying to get that one cleared out, couldn't quite get it. Geg misses, and Evil Marthy's playing this one down midfield.
Yeah, and it's been going back and forth between these two guys. Deluxe Drew low on boost, but gathers that 100. Oh, he almost had a rule one on the sidewall. Now, if we were at LAN here, we'd hear a lot of boos from chat, so I expect to see some boos in chat. Now, I'm not sure who to exactly direct them towards, just maybe boos in general, the fact that we didn't get to see the rule one. How about that stop from Geg, though? Just barely getting back in time. That was a beautiful play on the side of RBG Claw.
Yeah, it definitely was, and a great passing play there. Geg not able to put it on net, but Jared Ace comes through. Gets the clutch touch, not able to find it past Jahan in that corner. This ball is hanging out here for a minute. Zapatos, 40 boost, gets it over one. Evil Marthy secures that corner, but Zapatos is there to clap it down the field. Gets beat out by Jared Ace, and Jahan is going to try and collect this one in the corner and play it safe, even though he's got somebody right there, and it's Jared Ace again trying to get a dunk, and now gets in the way of his teammate, leaving Deluxe Drew back by himself.
And now it's Zapatos, and this is what you have to look out for. Luckily, a bump does come out, and we see RBG Claw get away with this one, but you saw Zapatos. He had some beautiful control on that one before he ended up getting bumped off of it. So, you know, maybe we're going to start to see a style of play similar to how Furia attacks Seiko specifically from endpoint. Just hard challenge. Just don't let him get control of that ball because you know what he can do with it. But so far, they haven't seen anything come out from Zapatos quite yet.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and they will have to do that against this, in my opinion, #1 contender in this Invitational. You have to not give him time on that ball. You cannot give him possession. You really can't give anybody on the side of Hotzens Monsters time on the ball, and they're doing a great job at it as Jared Ace goes underneath of Zapatos. Zapatos, a fantastic offender, not the best goalie apparently. Jared Ace slipping it underneath, and it's 2-0 RBG Claw.
Wow, and you know, I gotta say, shout out to Jared Ace, my favorite username on the pitch tonight. It's too bad he spelled Jared wrong, but man, he sure put in a beautiful shot on that one. And now RBG Claw with a 2-0 lead. You know, last time we saw a 2-0 lead in the game #1, we ended up having that team get swept. So maybe not history on the side of RBG Claw, but right now they can't be too, oh my, they can't be too upset with this lead.
Not at all, especially when saves like that are coming out on a beautiful shot from Zapatos. Nice touch. Geg is going to leave it for Deluxe Drew. Zapatos up off that back wall. Has a lot of time and a lot of boost. He gets it over top of one, looking for an air dribble all the way down. He has it, and there it is!
Oh my
This is what I'm talking about. An air dribble from his own backboard over two defenders, and it's the goal, cutting the deficit in half.
Wow, all the way from the other side of the pitch, and he somehow puts it in. I mean, you know, we gave the shout to him at the beginning of the series before it started, but I think now Everybody knows that that's the case. Everybody knows that they got to be worried about him, but there's still more work to do as Hotzens Monsters is still down a goal with 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, still a lot of work to be done. Jared Ace almost bumping Geg and actually ends up taking out his teammate there. But Geg doing a lot downfield for his team, giving him plenty of time to get back, get in position. Zapatos looking for another one here, tips it. Evil Marthy finds a touch. Jahan looking for a shot, can't find Paydirt. Geg is up, and he finds the goal, and it's all because Zapatos jumped, thinking he wasn't going to have that ball.
Yeah, that's tough right there. Of course, the whiff from Jahan isn't going to help at all, but Zapatos coming a little bit too close to that one. That's about as easy of a goal as you're going to see with these guys. Geg, all he had to do was shoot it on target, and that he did. A 2-goal lead now again for RBG Claw, and they've got to be happy. Although Evil Marthy might not let it last for long. That one's saved by Deluxe Drew. Only 30 seconds left, and RBG Claw is up by 2.
Geg up in the air, looking for an air dribble here. Evil Marthy beats him out. This one's going to hit backboard and drop. Is anybody there? There's Jahan with a quick shot. Zapatos is up. We've seen what he can do. He has control. He has no more control as it is immediately 50'd off.
Oh, but how about that pass at least towards the net? It's not going to matter, though. Regardless of what happens now, game number 1 is going to RBG Claw. Of course, these guys want to keep it up yet again, but it does finally hit the floor. RBG Claw clawing their way to a victory in game number 1.
And a beautiful style there. We've seen how strong the offensive Hotzens Monsters can be. And for RBG Claw to come out here and win game 1 3-1, that is a huge, huge momentum boost for them. So we're going to see here in game number 2 shortly if they're able to continue that momentum and win game 2, possibly leading into a series lead 2-0. We're going to see if they can do it, or if Hotzens Monsters has it in them, and if their defense can close it out strong enough to come back and tie up this series.
Yeah, I mean, we did end up having more shots from the Hotzens Monsters. 6 shots to them and only 4 to RBG Claw. But, you know, if you're making 3 out of 4 shots, you're probably going to win a high amount of series. You know, you don't necessarily need to shoot the most as long as you're accurate with your shots. And RBG Claw was just that. You know, they held it back down on defense as well when it was on their side. And you got to give a hats off to that first game performance from them. But moving into game number 2, is the story going to be the same? Is RBG Claw going to remain on top? Time will tell as we have 5 minutes on the clock kicking off game number 2.
Zapatos and Deluxe Drew on that kickoff. Big demo from Jahan. He's going to gather up that corner boost and leave Evil Marthy to take it. Zapatos, we know he's got boost. We know he's got skill. He passes it over to Evil Marthy. But Jared is able to clear it out. Zapatos, light tap. Going to control this one. Beautiful little touch there to get it. He's still got boost to work with. 40 boost, looking for a musty flick to get that one centered. Couldn't quite find it as the defense was all over him.
I do want to say something interesting from Zapatos. Normally when you see a car change, they'll either be going from Octane to Fennec or maybe changing the decal on the Octane. No, Zapatos stays on the Sentio, and it results in a goal from Deluxe Drew. He changed up the decal, but it is not going to be enough to stop the offense of RBG Claw.
A beautiful little tip pass from Jared Ace. Deluxe Drew able to get there quick enough to get it over top of the last man, Zapatos. Just like that, RBG Claw with the lead early game number 2. Looking to take a 2-0 lead in this series. Zapatos looking for a 50, couldn't quite get it. Deluxe Drew did win out. Evil Marthy up towards that side wall. A good challenge from Gay, couldn't get the aerial to get the second touch, but he's going to back out and leave this one for Deluxe Drew again, who finds the 50, still has boost to work, but gets it around the second one, looking to pass it right, he does! But Jared Ace is not fast enough to get to that shot.
Yeah, and that's a tough one to react to. You don't know what speed that ball is coming towards you with. And unfortunately for Jared Ace, he couldn't quite connect. But hey, for Hotzens Monsters, you got to be happy you got away with that one. Oh my, the flip reset from Zapatos. And you can tell that they're starting to charge him pretty quick here. He doesn't have much space. and that's a little scary for Hotzens Monsters, as the only goal that we've seen from them so far was Zapatos with a little bit of space. There's a shot not going to fall in, though, and, you know, a little bit of pressure now for Hotzens Monsters, as we've seen RBG claw with most shots. Oh no, Zapatos with a whip on the goal line.
He thought the defender was going to be there to block it, so he tried to play that one high to pinch it down and in. Oh, and Jardace with the control in the corner, finds the touch and rolls it into the back of the net. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, he says. And RBG claws up by 2.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate bounce. You know, you can blame Rocket League on the inconsistency of the map corners recently found on that one. At least that's what I would do if I was on the Hotzens Monsters. Now, if they'll take a little bit more pride than that, you know, hats off to them. But unfortunate break for them, as now RBG Claw is up 2-0. 3 minutes to go in this game, but already RBG Claw has been setting the tone. Zapatos, though, oh my goodness, right past everybody, and he misses. Oh no!
Huge opportunity for the Hotzens Monsters, not able to clutch it up and find the goal. Zapatos doing everything he can to get this ball back mid so Jahan can take a shot, but here comes Jahan, a lot of boost to work with, looking for a wall pinch there. Gets it out mid, and Evil Marthy puts it aside on the 50-50. A huge demo from Evil Marthy, as Zapatos does find the 50 of his own. This one pops out mid, Jahan is there. Zapatos with the free jump couldn't quite get the angle.
Yeah, and this has been a very long possession for the Hotzens Monsters. Now, does it float back around to the blue side, but we haven't seen a lot of that in this game. Oh my goodness, half of the field is gone. Geg, the only player remaining for RBG Claw, somehow manages to get the stop on defense, but man, we had 3 demos in the span of about half a second there, and it was a 2-on-1 situation for a moment. Luckily for RBG Claw, they managed to stay alive, but a little bit of destructive action. Jahan pinches this one just above the orange net. Now getting another demo onto Deluxe Drew, but it's going to be Zapatos. Sends it middle, Jardace beats him to it, and now Hotzens Monsters only with a minute and a half to crack against this 2-goal lead from RBG Claw.
Jahan is up, gets 50'd out of his mind by Deluxe Drew. A beautiful read by him. Jardace one tap off that side while looking for a dunk on Zapatos. Does find it, but Zapatos does manage to put that one wide. A pop-up from Gig. Evil Marthy does drop it out. A miss from Jahan, and a miss from Deluxe Drew, actually. And here comes Zapatos. Angled shot hits the post. Jahan's there for another shot. It's off the back wall. Another huge opportunity gone to the wayside for Hotzens Monsters.
Wow, this is giving me flashbacks to the last series hybrid. We saw all the opportunities coming out, but somehow, some way, just not finding their way into the back of the net. And right now, that's the story for the Hotzens Monsters, as we've seen 4 shots from them this game, and not a single one, now 5. How about that save from Geg? Just when you thought that they were finally going to crack through the back of the net, Zapatos' shot saved by Geg. Another one! Geg yet again. That's his second save within 30 seconds of each other. Finally, Zapatos does find the opening.
Yeah, and so much happened right there. I didn't even get a chance to say that on the rotation back, 2 teammates from RBG Claw on Geg's first save of that little series of saves there. 2-2, both of his teammates bumped each other, and he was literally the last line of defense, and he was able to clutch it out for his team again. Geg playing strong defense, as you see another 50-50 there. But yes, you are correct. Zapatos does find the first goal of game 2, but it might be too little too late. What a save!
Oh my goodness.
Zapatos keeps it off if this ball stays in the air. That could be huge. Oh, but it hits the ground right before Hotzens Monsters were able to keep it up. But what an effort from Zapatos in his own goal line to keep that one up and try to get that one downfield.
Wow, yeah, that's one of those plays where, you know, even if you're a fan of RBG Claw, okay, maybe not them, but as a neutral fan, for sure, you're hoping that they can keep it up and find a goal on the other side of the field, because that would have been a beautiful play. The transition from an incredible save from Zapatos, and then they sadly do drop it before they got it on the other side. But man, you know, towards the last couple minutes of that game, it felt like the Hotzens Monsters finally had something in the works. This time, even 7 shots to 7 shots between these two teams. But again, RBG Claw finds themselves on top.
Yeah, another huge win for RBG Claw. You are correct. They hold out the offensive onslaught of Zapatos and his boys. This is looking like we might have another sweep on our hands tonight. But I have faith that Zapatos, Jehan, I have faith that Evil Marthy is going to come through, and they're going to take a dub here in game number 3. I have faith that we will see a game 4 tonight, and I think it'll start right now, Jar.
Hey, you can only hope, Hybrid. You can only hope. Right now, we're headed into game number 3. Hotzens Monsters looking to keep their 1-0 record in this Invitational. Beautiful. You know, they want to stay undefeated. But right now, RBG Claw is handing it to them. Has been close every single game so far, so maybe the Hotzens Monsters will be able to bring something out. As of now, it's not looking great, but Jehan trying to find pressure. Zapatos. Oh boy, gets it past 1. He's got ball control on the floor, flicks it past the 3rd. Oh my goodness, Zapatos! He pulls out the ground control. And man, oh man, is it beautiful.
It is, man, and now we are seeing the power of the Titaniumoid Sentio. We never see this car on the pitch unless we are casting this squad. And that right there should tell you that we should see this car a lot more often. The hitbox that it has is absurdly good for flicks and ground control. And that just proves it right there as a beautiful shot comes out. Evil Marthy with a banger downfield, and Deluxe Drew is able to put it to the side where Gay can tip it up and try and keep it away. Jehan up for this one. A nice touch off the back wall. Deluxe Drew puts it out front. Evil Marthy gets stuffed by Geg, who decides to take him off the field just because of that. Here comes Zapatos one more time. He's got a flip. Doesn't use it in time. Deluxe Drew challenging quick and a strong change to the defense for RBG Claw right now.
Yeah, and now almost a transition goal from Jared Ace. But man, this has been a stark change of playstyle between these two teams. You know, of course, we did have Hotzens Monsters with more shots in game 1. And, you know, it was even in game number 2, but we didn't feel those long possessions like they just had on the side of RBG Claw. It felt like they're playing a much quicker game. So Hotzens Monsters clearly not giving up easily. And this is exactly how you'd want to see them start this game if they're trying to make a comeback in this series.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. A lot of great pressure from the Hotzens Monsters, but equal amount of beautiful offensive possession here from RBG Claw as Zapatos finally gets the clear out. Nice aerial control to drop back down on the field. A beautiful mid pass. Jehan is there, finds the angle, and Jared Ace clears it out. Here's Geg looking for a redirect. He does have it, and Zapatos gets it off the post.
Oh
and what
my
a save from Evil Marthy!
What in the world was that? I mean, that was incredible from both teams. The offense, first of all, the play on the orange side of the field. Oh my, Geg almost scores this one, but we had the play from Jehan on the orange side of the field, looking for an attack, and then suddenly RBG Claw clears it. Geg had a fantastic shot. Zapatos somehow saved it. And then there was shot after shot, save after save, and somehow we're still looking at a 1-0 game.
Yeah, this easily should be a tied game, if not for the strong defensive prowess of the Hotzens Monsters. A beautiful touch here from Evil Marthy, but what a 50! This has the opportunity, and it does! Geg gets the 50 from his own corner and into the back of the net. 2 minutes left in game number 3, and he just tied it up for a squad.
Yep, Jehan sitting a little close. Evil Marthy getting bumped on his way back, and he's not going to get back. And man, you know what? If I'm RBG Claw, I'm happy we saw a goal, but man, I cannot believe they didn't score one earlier in that other transition attack. Luckily, they do tie this one up. They're trying to find the sweep. 2 minutes to go in this one for them to pull it through.
And it's going to be a huge task for them to take the dub here. They are down in the series 2-0. They have no momentum going into this game, and yet here they are tied. 1 minute, 30 seconds left, 1-1, and all the possibility. Zapato's off the back wall. Jahan's up. He finds the shot, and it drops in. And there's the black monster in the goal. The Hotzens monster himself, really.
That is my favorite line ever. A goal comes out from Jahan off of a beautiful pass from Zapatos. And how about that? The Hotzens monsters bring it back after a clear goal from Geg. And now Zapatos, oh my, he gets a great amount of power there. Not going to be saved either. And now suddenly they have a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, man, this is getting a little out of control for RBG Claw. Zapatos, a beautiful little shot. No more boost, but he didn't need any more at all. The defense could not find the touch to get it out. The one touch that did happen, Deluxe Drew popped it in himself. Oh, what a back touch! Oh, what a save!
Wow! Oh,
what a series of events.
Zapatos. Oh my goodness. This has been happening on both sides of the field now. Jurides somehow saved that. Geg getting demoed. He might have had another one if Jahan didn't get there. The angle from Zapatos, though, does fall through. Exactly 1 minute to go. Monsters up 3 now.
Yeah, and we were talking about Zapatos. Obviously, all series long, he does have a hat trick in this game, but Jahan also coming out with the 1 goal. And Evil Marthy, 1 assist, 2 saves so far in this match. A strong performance from this squad right here. But it is not over yet, as here comes Jurides. He's got the drop down and it's barred down on the bounce. And he puts his team back within 2.
Yeah, this is a tough spot to be if you're Jahan. Hard to read, hard to know when the shot's coming in, and Jurides just going to delay it a little bit. Jahan whiffing that one, and now RBG Claw, you know, they have the lead in this series down in this game. 40 seconds, they're trying to bring it back. They don't want to see game number 4, even though Hybrid does. They're trying to end it now, but it's going to be tough to find 2 goals in only 30 seconds.
It is definitely possible, though, especially with how this offense has been performing. There's a demo right there. Geg could not find the 50. That could have been a huge start for them. Jurides up. He finds 1 tap. Doesn't get the flip reset, unfortunately, which means he couldn't get back to that. And Drew just has to play it out to the left side. Geg with a good 50. Zapatos back. Fakes it. Didn't even need to fake it. Didn't mean to fake it. Jurides read it the entire way through. Finds the goal. 9 seconds left, Jar. Do you think RBG Claw is going to be able to clutch up and tie this game, send it to OT?
I mean, if I'm Hotzens monsters right now, I am so worried about that because those were 2 very preventable goals. But hey, he does win the 50 on kickoff, and Jahan secures it. As scary as it was there for a moment, the Hotzens monsters have all but sealed the deal in game number 3.
The Hotzens monster showed up again, and we all know that means that is Jahan's goal. A beautiful one, a great read, and a good 50 off that kickoff from Zapatos to help secure their lead and the win here in game number 3 to push us to game 4.
Yep, and man, you said that you expected it to happen. I'm glad it did as well, but man, what a turnaround from the Hotzens monsters. They just, 5 goals. 5 goals, that is just crazy impressive for them to pull off in this one. RBG, of course, still playing their same game. They gathered the 3 that we're used to seeing, but man, Hotzens monsters just had a beautiful offensive presence that game.
Yeah, they absolutely did. It's going to be extremely clutch to see them come out here and attempt to take game 4 as well. Do you think, Jar, that we are about to see a reverse sweep? Do you think the Hotzens monsters are going to pull out the reverse sweep on RBG Claw?
As much as I'd love to say yes to that question, I don't think it's going to happen. I think each game is a toss-up between these 2 teams, with slight inconsistencies here and there, and, the ball just choosing not to go in one of the 2 nets either game. But, I just think odds are with 2 more games left, I feel like RBG Claw has what it takes to shut out the series. But man, it sure would be exciting if the Hotzens Monsters sent it to game number 5.
I am hoping it does. Like I said earlier in the first series, every caster wants every series to go to Game 5. They want it to go to Game 5 OT, and we might see that here in this one as Jared Ace goes up, looking for flip reset, does get it, but couldn't find the touch he was looking for afterwards. Geg is up, it's awkward, but good control on that back roll to drop it down to Deluxe Drew, who has control here. A fake touch. Jahan does cut it off. Does get 50'd by Jared Ace. Evil Marthy going to push this one, but here comes Deluxe Drew for the 50. Awkward touch. Geg is able to read that one, and Jared Ace is going to push this again. Zapatos into the corner. Deluxe Drew has to get a touch here because Jahan was right there looking for a shot.
Yes, and believe it or not, Hybrid, we have another car change from Zapatos. He's still in the white Sentio, but now he's rocking a new set of wheels and no decal this time. So I'm not sure what he needs, but hey, if it works, it works. And for Zapatos, I feel like it's been working. As he comes off of the ceiling, he gets another touch past a member of RBG Claw.
Yeah, it has easily been working, and I think this man, literally every single one of his presets is the white Sentio with just some extras sprinkled in. I would not be surprised to find that out. I would not be surprised to find out that he has never used the Octane before. That is something that, with the level of skill that he has on the Sentio, is the amount of skill that you see somebody who has never used any card but the Octane. And there's another flip reset to prove my point, as it's pushed aside by RBG Claw. And here comes Deluxe Drew, showing off what an Octane user can do, and trying to prove Zapatos wrong in his card choice.
Yeah, and we're starting to see the mechanics finally come out from both sides now. More control. Oh my, the shot, Zapatos. That would have been a beautiful one to have, but sadly does not creep through the net. Zapatos again wants one touch. He's going to try and center this one. Is anyone there? It's Jahan, saved by Jared Ace. And man, it has just been a shootout so far between these two teams. 6 combined shots in 2 minutes. Deluxe Drew finally moving it downfield. Oh, that's a good pinch for Jahan. Gonna bounce straight up into the corner for Jared Ace. He's got a little bit of boost, but an awkward angle. Zapatos gonna get another touch, sends it middle for his teammate. Jahan cannot connect.
And this is a huge opportunity for RBG Claw. They have to get there quick. One tap is all they needed to get that one mid, but Zapatos, again, just one touch is all he needed to get it away from mid and save his team the effort of making it a remarkable save. Jared Ace lost the amount of boost that he had off that back wall. Zapatos bouncing shot. Geg is there to get that save away. Evil Marthy misses. Oh, Jahan pushed up a little far. He's got to play this one safe as Geg is right there, finds the touch up mid, but again, Zapatos is there to put that one aside.
And I mean, you can tell that both of these teams now know the urgency of this game. Hotzens Monsters, they're on their last life. If they lose this game, they are out of this one. And of course, RBG Claw does not want to give them the chance at the reverse sweep. The Hotzens Monsters have been running on a little bit of momentum. So of course, RBG Claw wants to slow that down now. Geg in the corner. Opts to leave this one, gathers some boost, so it's going to be Evil Marthy on the backboard. Zapatos can't find the touch here, off to Jahan. Uh-oh, Deluxe Drew has a shot. That one's not going to fall, but man, you can tell every single touch just has an opportunity. Evil Marthy keeps that one out, but it is just getting closer and closer to falling into the net.
This is a huge offensive pressure situation here for RBG Claw. They have been in their offensive half this entire time. Geg up, finding the double tap, does get saved away. Evil Marthy able to read it all the way through. What a save from him. As the offensive pressure still mounting for RBG Claw. Zapatos, Jahan, and Evil Marthy cannot find a clear to save their lives right now as another shot opportunity comes out, put aside by Zapatos.
And it's just, these rotations have been so strong from RBG Claw. Finally, it goes through. It's going to be Geg finding the first goal of game number 4.
A huge goal for him. Evil Marthy challenging the first ball. Zapato should have stayed third man in net. That was not a hard shot to save, but for some reason he pushes out. And I guess thinks Geg is just going to put this one to the sidewall and not take a shot, because he just goes to steal the corner boost.
decision in the heat of the moment in these types of situations. But now the Hotzens Monsters down a goal, only 30 seconds left. If they can't find one, they're out for this series. They don't want to lose. Only 20 seconds now. Time is ticking. Over to Zapatos. We know what he can do. He doesn't have enough boost. Gets it past 2. Deluxe Drew on defense. Keeps it out. Now 10 seconds left. Jahan has an opportunity. Tries to send it middle. There it is. Deluxe Drew again making the clutch stop. He has been so strong for RBG Claw. The ball just needs to hit the floor and they will stay alive. Geg, he has a double. It's in and it doesn't matter. RBG Claw takes it in 4.
And what a series from the Hotzens Monsters, trying to claw their way back into this one. And it almost worked out for them. But at the end of the day, at the end of the series, of course, it's none other than Zapatos getting the last goal. Even if it was an own goal, he was the one that got that last goal. So at least he can take that one home with him. But yeah, a fantastic series from RBG Claw the entire way through. A beautiful showcase of that, of just the fact that defenses win championships. Their defense held strong against, again, in my opinion, one of the best players in this invitational. And they got the dub because of it.
Yeah, and really, I love that. I love that you get to see these teams that really emphasize teamwork a lot. You know, Geg, Deluxe Drew, Jared Ace. I mean, of course, you're gonna have your MVPs, your players that have the highest score, but all 3 of them really were able to get involved in the play on both sides of the field. So that's something that you love to see from these teams that that can win is the teamwork and the consistency.
Yeah, 100% great passing plays coming out from RBG Claw. I believe we are going to be having an interview here with Stero, the captain of RBG Claw. We are waiting for him to join up in the Discord so that way we can talk to him and get his take on how this game happened. How were their comms? How were they feeling? I'm interested, man. This was a crazy series to cast, a crazy series to watch. I want to know what it was like on the field.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was, you know, the first series, 3 games. The second series, 4. You know, I'm starting to see a trend here, Hybrid. Maybe we're going to enjoy this last series a lot more. But of course, yeah, you always want to hear what these guys that were just on the field had to have to say about the series. So hopefully we can get them in here soon. But man, what a series that was. Really, really enjoyable. It looks like Deluxe Drew is here.
It does look like we have one of the players of RBG Claw, Lux Drew. We saw him on the field making incredible saves, incredible passes, incredible goals. Deluxe Drew, what was it like to play arguably one of the best players in this invitational in Zapatos?
It was actually pretty crazy. We've been prepping for this game in particular for like a little bit, like since the schedule got released. It was really helpful to be able to go back and watch their their replay from Tuesday. That really kind of helped us take notes on where their strengths and weaknesses were, and I think we did a really good job just executing on our game plans today.
Dude, that's awesome. I love to hear that you're putting the effort in outside of just, maybe a scrim here and there and, calming it up. I love that you guys are, putting in the work outside of that because I was saying before, it was kind of reminding me how Furia was just attacking Seiko in at the RLCS major where, you once you saw him up, you just got to go. No matter what, someone has to be all over him. So I saw that you guys were doing a really good job of that.
Yeah, and we did a good job not panicking too, especially after Luke going down in that game 3. We kind of knew that game 3 they were going to come out with all the firepower they had, so that's where we are a really good job just being a mentally strong team and just knowing that hey, we lost a game, don't panic. We still have 2 more chances to close the series out. So yeah, shout out to my teammates Jared Ace and Geg for carrying me here today.
Well, speaking of Geg, we have to ask, where does that man practice his defensive skills? What training packs does he use on defense? Because that man was saving everything that came his way. There was a team bump where you bumped your teammate and Geg was last man against 3 of them, and he made 2 miraculous saves back-to-back to keep the lead.
Yeah, we definitely sometimes can make Geg's life a little bit hard, but he's just one of those clutch players where, you know, me and Jared both feel confident that if Geg is back there, you know, he's going to get that save and we're going to try to play around him. So, yeah, Geg is super clutch in those moments.
Dude, that's great to hear. I mean, one thing that I pointed out between you guys was I loved that, you know, it was an equal showing from all of you. You know, all 3 of you were capable of getting it done, and that was beautiful. And now you say that you were looking at the replays of what happened in their match on Tuesday. So really inspiring from you guys. And again, congratulations on your win, going 2-0 now in the Invitational.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing who we get to play next week, and thank you guys for having me in the interview here for a second. Really appreciate you guys.
100%, my guy. Thank you for joining us, and best of luck next week, man. You guys killed it tonight. Congrats.
Thank you so much, and shout out to any casters that picked us. I think there is at least one caster that picked us to win this match today, so shout out to whoever that was.
All right, thanks for that one, Deluxe, because I know I'm not one of them.
I forget. I don't think it was Tank. I think it was. I forget exactly who it was. But I think somebody definitely.
Brookfang?
Nice.
Whoops you apparently.
Yeah. I think you guys have one more match on stream today, right? So yeah, I hope that one goes well for you guys, and I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. Have a great night.
See you. Peace.
All right, everybody. That was Deluxe Drew from RBG Claw taking home the dub here in the second series of the night. But we do have one more series. Before we get to that, though, I'm going to go over a couple of games that are happening right now that unfortunately are not able to be streamed. We do have Galactic Gaming versus Trash Esports, the quote-unquote crowd favorite. Trash Esports won that series 3-0, so a huge sweep for them right there. And then on top of that, we have Ethos Esports versus Team Minimal, and Ethos Esports also took a sweep over top of Team Minimal, winning by 3-0 series score.
Wow. Okay, so that's interesting. So that means we see Ethos improving to 1-1. They lost in the first week. Minimal now 0-2. We had Galactic, I believe. Yeah, that they're 0-2 now, and Trash 2-0. So you know, some interesting results so far, and we're only in the second day of this Invitational.
Yeah, second day of the first week. It's going to be crucial for these teams to get wins early on as we get going here in this Invitational. So, but real quick, shout out to our sponsor, Upsy Warranties. Check them out at upsy.com to protect your electronics, including controllers, consoles, computers, and more. Be sure to use our exclusive code ROCKET15 for an additional 15% off. Again, that's upsie.com. Use code ROCKET15 during checkout. That's ROCKET15 at checkout. Thank you, Upsy Warranties. Jar, any last words before we cut the break and get ready for our third and final series of the night?
You know, as a legend once said, as we head off, you don't want to go anywhere, don't go anywhere.